He stands, proud, monitors gleaming. Guardians come and go, some quest takers, some crucible goers, the occasional dreamer hoping to become the next legend. But above all, he stands, hands on his hips, proud of the city, proud of the very wall he stands upon, proud of guardians new and old forged in the fires of his crucible, proud of the fires that burn within his mind from battles past. But above all, he stands.
Fight forever, Guardian!
Not much is known about Lord Shaxx's resurrection. We know, during the Dark Age, Shaxx was a warlord, until he came face to face with the Iron Lords. Understanding their power, not just in strength, but in unity, he would not oppose them. He would eventually join them at the city, the last city, although he never lost his warlord-like personality. Here, he would help in the construction of the last city and the very wall we stand on today, with guardians such as Zavala and Lord Saladin by his side. Shaxx was present during the Great Divide between Osiris and his former teacher, the Speaker, and would eventually train under Lord Saladin at the side of Commander Zavala. Shaxx was there during the Battle of Six Fronts, fighting alongside Zavala and Lord Saladin. As the 4 Orders of Titans pushed back the 6 fronts of Phalanx advancements, Shaxx was there, light in hand burning with the fury of 1,000 Titans, all 6 walls beaten down by Cabal advancement, all 6 fronts beaten back by the fists of Titans. However, this is not the battle where Lord Shaxx gained his name. This is not the battle where Lord Shaxx became legend. Osiris burns, a roaring visage against the sky-set firmament, compressing endless night. Skeins of light twist and hum, charred sinew stitched through his muscles and bone. Myriad shimmering gold marionettes scramble to reinforce gaps across the city's defense at his behest. The east below him, breached by waves of frenetic clamoring fallen. The front had not broken, only moved. He focuses his projections there. A small fire team holds the line. Osiris twists. Golden defiance moves to staunch the Fallen's momentum. One projection locks eyes with the Titan. She nods, and with fluid elegance, the projection lifts her skyward. She brings down a tempest that rolls thunder across the city walls and scatters the advancing forces. Shaxx bellows in the distance. Multiple skeins snap. The sky stretches into starless night, and oblivion crowds the borders of Osiris's mind in suffocating omnipresence. The margins, light thinly stretched. Under dress, never enough. The west is bending. The transfer instantaneous. Osiris weaves inferno, ether and flame engulfing each other into ashen wake. He spots 8 lights climbing the ridge. Click. A lone guardian crashes into the ridgetop horizon. Click. They will survive. Click. He turns palm align. The north is bending. Nerves burn. The city's golden hue falters. Only a moment of exhaustion. The north fractures. Field guns rip into the wall. He is there. 2 hunters hold. One snap fires beams of sunlight from her rifle, wreathed in flame. The second dances through challengers. Her blades arc purity. None would pass them. His projections move to fill the gap. Bodies in the rubble. Evacuees from the eastern breach caught in the blast. Their deaths filled his mind through 20 gilded eyes, capturing the scene in its totality. Osiris would scour the northern front in golden light. He looked to the shattered wall, through the gap, mine inutile, overshadowed by the internal precipice, crowded with menace, eyes peering down, seeping over, hungry, waiting to flood this last hope with plunging depth. Even now his fallen lines break against the light. Others stand watching them deep, starless hollows. If not this, another, the dam will fail, as all do in time. But for now, the south bends, and it can still be cleansed with fire. Fire team leaders, do not advance on the wall. Fall back to the Ridgeback District. Shaxx freezes with a Vandal's windpipe in his fists. He waits for Saladin to justify the strategy. I repeat, all teams rally at the Ridgeback District. Do not advance. The city is lost. Shaxx drops the Vandal, then empties the rest of his clip into a captain. He and his fire team are running on fumes. The dead, fallen, and guardians alike litter the Twilight Gap. Shaxx, do you copy? He risks a look over his shoulder at their home, the place they call the last safe city. Not burning, not yet. Gritting his teeth, he reloads. Shaxx, your orders are to retreat. He sees a gap in the onslaught of invaders and gestures to the others. This battlefield is not your stage, Shaxx. This is not about glory. His fire team doesn't hesitate. Shaxx, for the final time, fall back. As the 6 of them crest the wall, Shaxx cuts the feed. With Guardians Anastasia Bray, Lu Fang, Nkechi 32, Abdi, and Truce, the orders began to fly. With Nkechi and Abdi together, Truce and Lu Fang with him while Anna gave cover fire, the fire team held the line until Lord Saladin and Zavala could regroup the remaining Guardians and launch a counterattack. Comms frequency no longer jammed. Re-establishing. Hello, Opcom. Welcome to...
This is Shaxx. The enemy is in full retreat.
The northern wall stands. I am needed, Guardian. Shaxx, hello. Western fronts are clear. This is Saint 14.
Amazing. Then we march on the south.
The fallen southern approach has broken. The city holds.
They thought they were going to crash in here and kill all of us.
Yes. All fire teams accounted for. No casualties. Thanks to you and my friend Elric. You should have seen her. She saved 8 little lights, charged dozens of fallen with me. Lightning, bullets, it was quite impressive.
You're too kind. It was an honor to fight by your side.
Dozens?
I'm impressed, Saint. How many deaths did your charge cost you? I did not die. Elric provided wonderful cover fire.
I don't believe you.
Is that because you died, Shaxx? I heard the fallen broke your horn.
Where did you hear that?
I can vouch for Saint. We didn't die.
If only we could all be more like you, Saint.
As I said, I had excellent cover. I don't know how many times I died. I witnessed the battle through the eyes of the city, balanced on a wire. We were spread thin. My brother, you have fought hard. You should be proud. Without you, we would have been lost. Somewhere. Though the Battle of Twilight Gap was won, thanks to the bravery and tenacity of Shaxx and his fire team, Shaxx had this ever-looming thought. The last city would not withstand another full-scale attack. This led to Shaxx creating the Crucible, where he would mentor future Guardians in the ways of war, preparing them for the horrors that lie deep within the solar system. This was followed by the Great Ahamkara Hunt, great wish dragons the consensus deemed too dangerous to exist. Ordering their extinction, it is here we get the chance to understand Shaxx in a more human light. It is here we get the privilege of witnessing and understanding Shaxx's understanding of many things. Venus, a year into the Great Hunt. Eris and Zavala watched as Shaxx sat with the dying Ahamkara, a hand on its snout. Is he gloating? She asked. I think he is too pragmatic to gloat, said Zavala. Mourning then? Perhaps. The Ahamkara twitched, its eyes rolled up into its head. The biomechanical glow just beneath its skin grew harsh. Zavala and Eris raised their hands against the increasing glare. Then the corpse exploded. Dirt showered the Guardians like dusty rain on a clear day. Shaxx sat silently in the resulting crater, covered in a sheet of green fire. Zavala and Eris opened their mouths to speak, but Shaxx interrupted them. Shh, he said, as the flames quietly roared. They could all hear a disembodied whisper, but they were used to that by now. Shaxx understands the Ahamkara cannot be allowed to live. Their wish magic causes more harm than good. He also understands a being so powerful, so beautiful, deserves to be respected even in death. So he sits in silence, bailing in the soul fire of the Ahamkara. When the Battle of Burning Lake, the first battle with the Hive on the moon, took place, the Vanguard barely made it out alive. Shaxx, noticing the light-stealing properties of the Hive and their swords, strongly urged against future attacks until further research on this matter could be done. Shaxx's words, however, fell on deaf ears, and the assault on the moon took place. This would go on to be known as the Great Disaster. Next order of business. The growing city foundries.
What madness is this?
Lord Shaxx, the consensus did not...
We barely eked out victory at Burning Lake, and now you think we're ready to attack the moon.
We're preparing.
Did you not read my report from Burning Lake about the Hive's weapons? Those swords, they're like nothing we've ever...
Lord Shaxx.
Zavala, you can't think this is wise. We need to examine these swords, train against them.
That is a matter for the consensus to decide, old friend. This is the battle where more than 500 guardians will lose their light to the Hive God Prince, Crota. In the years that followed, Shaxx would go on to become the Crucible Handler, and your guardian would be resurrected. Shaxx would watch as we climbed the ranks of Crucible. He would watch as we entered the Vault of Glass and brought an end to Atheon, Time's conflicts. Shaxx would sit with stoic joy as the news of Crota's defeat reached the tower. He would take the fragments of Oryx's sword gathered by Eris on the Dreadnought and would turn this dark crystal into one of 3 swords, Boltcaster, Dark Drinker, and Raise Lighter, research long overdue. However, much like Shaxx feared, another powerful threat was on the horizon. The age of triumph is upon us. Food being eaten, children roam the streets, laughter, music fill the air. Games of fun take place between children and guardians, competitors and friends, and another golden age is believed to be on the horizon. With joy in the air and their guard let down, on the eve of the anniversary of the Battle of Six Fronts, people and guardians alike gather in celebration of unity in the people and the strength of the Vanguard. However, this joy would be short-lived. This golden age would be brought to a swift end, for evil waited with bated breath.
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds telling us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
When the city was attacked, Shaxx was there, fighting by our side. He was there providing for the people of the city. When the people of the city needed a beacon, Shaxx was there when the vanguard could not be. Lord Shaxx is what it means to be a Titan. Lord Shaxx will look at a situation with stoic, logical reserve mentality. Shaxx has grown from a warlord to a legend of the city to Lord Shaxx, hero of Twilight Gap. He is there to mentor us in the crucible. He is there to guide us, show us what it means to be a guardian. But above all, he is there to show us how to become legend. Hey everybody, I had a lot of fun making this video, and if the lore community will have me, I'm pretty sure this is what I want to focus YouTube on. I'll do the occasional commentary, the occasional good crucible match here and there, showing my improvement and whatnot, but I had so much fun making this video that it's kind of taken the cake as far as what I want to put my YouTube time into. So if you did make it this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Hope you found this informative. Hope you learned something, and as always, eyes up, Guardian.